Hey, you keep coming back to my voice, so you should be subscribed by now. And just so you know, there's a side of me you haven't seen yet. It's on Patreon.
Open this stupid door. You have some goddamn nerve. The fact that you're still sitting here doing absolutely nothing with yourself. Are you actually serious right now? Are you gonna keep acting like this for the rest of your life? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I interrupting something? Were you too busy sitting around playing some video game instead of doing something with your life? Do you think you can actually make any money sitting around all day like it's just gonna come to you? Well, that's not exactly how life works. You may think that you can get lucky and make it big doing some stupid online garbage, but you shouldn't bet everything on something so unstable. All it makes you look like is some deadbeat loser who can't do anything with himself to save his life. But no, go ahead. Do something completely reckless and see how well that turns out. Don't look at me with that stupid face like I'm some crazy person. Are you seriously going to act like you can step up at that dead-end job, like it's just going to take you where you need to be? You and I know damn well that working at this low-wage trash heap is not going to cut it. Did you really just go into this whole thing without thinking about anyone but yourself for longer than a second? Obviously, it has to do with more than just you. Why would I even have to say that? Are you so used to bailing on people all the time, or what? Is that why you're still sitting here with no actual future for yourself? Because no one else in your life matters? Well, I guess I should have seen the signs sooner. Because this is a lot more than what I want to be dealing with. But I'm probably going to have to, since one way or another, you're going to have to be getting some actual money, whether you like it or not. No, you don't owe me anything. But I'm sure as hell not going to stand around peacefully while you sit here and screw over someone I care about. Even if I have to drag myself here every month and...
Can you stop yelling at him? He didn't do anything wrong.
Are you seriously going to sit here and defend this loser like he's got anything to redeem himself for? You know that you don't have to put up with this, right? Because after what he's shown already, I can tell you that you definitely deserve a lot better. He's going to screw all of us over, and I'm not going to sit here and watch it hurt you over and over again. If I have to, then I'll make him pay one way or another, and you won't have to deal with anything.
That's not the problem here. You're throwing out blind assumptions and just insulting him for no good reason when he's...
No good reason? He's practically throwing his life away and sitting around with nothing to show for it. You can say that he has a job, but what is that dump gonna do? Buy dinner for one and a snack on the side? You can't seriously say that it's enough for you.
I know that's not enough, but that's also not what I'm saying. You're blowing this way out of proportion.
I think I'm giving the right amount of proportion. It's you that should be taking this more seriously. You can't just wait around and expect some random guy to be able to handle this, especially when they refuse to do anything at all. Since all that shows is how things will turn out down the line, and I don't want to watch that happen.
I'm saying you're blurting out too much stuff that doesn't make sense to him because he doesn't know yet that I'm pregnant. And I knew I shouldn't have told you all the details right away because you always end up doing something drastic for my sake, which I love you for, but now is not one of those times when I need you to protect me. Yeah, I'm pregnant. I found out a few days ago. I wasn't exactly sure how to tell you, and I know a lot of guys tend to freak out when they hear the news, so I told her first. I just didn't think that she would actually storm down here assuming that you already knew. But I should have guessed as much when she started asking me more about your life and what you've been doing, how you've been since I found out, which, out of context, I can see how it'd be really bad for her to hear.
Really bad is an understatement. I legit thought that he hadn't done anything since hearing about it. Like, he kind of just shrugged it off and, like, thought nothing of it. Or worse, that he might have tried abandoning you and disappear without even paying child support. Well, I know you wouldn't do that now. I figured you'd be the first person she told, since you're the one that has to be present more often than her best friend, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And I guess I forced her to share the news in the process, which, in my defense, should have been said sooner rather than later.
You don't get to decide when I share my business, which is now mine and his business.
I know. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to you, too, for all the things I said before, and for the assumptions I made about you. I know we don't know each other extremely well, so I put pieces together that weren't there. And I'm sorry about that, but I guess now I should leave you to a conversation. And we can talk more about this later if you still want to.
Of course I do. But try not to jump the gun next time.
Yes, I know. I'll talk to you later then. Sorry.
Well, I guess the news is out then. I didn't tell you because, well, I was scared on how you would react. I was even more terrified of what my future would look like. What our future would be. I mean, I wasn't exactly sure on what you would want to do with the baby, so all those possibilities, they were really weighing on me, and before I knew it, it had already been a few days. Yeah, it was hard to face you at the time, so I'm sorry I didn't show up for D&D yesterday. Right. Yeah, it's probably better that we have this conversation inside, isn't it? No, it's okay. I don't need anything right now, thanks. I can barely feel the baby for it to affect me physically yet. It's just that after we slept together that night, I knew my period was coming soon, but then it never really came. And after a few weeks, I started to get worried, so I took a pregnancy test, and then, yeah, you probably know the rest. I know. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but it's not like we're in a relationship or anything. It was mainly that one night after D&D when things got, well, you know. Yeah, maybe we should have expected it after a few drinks and all that in-character flirting. But if anything, I'm really glad we did sleep together that night. It was a really great time. And, I mean, even though we were tipsy, it's still one of the better nights of my life. Really? You think so? Well, then I'm glad it was like that for you too. But it also gave us a different issue that we're going to need to make a decision on, since you're a part of this as much as I am. What do you mean it's not an issue? This is something that can and will change our lives, and maybe I might want to keep it, which I know is probably not what you want to hear since it comes out with a lot of other steps, but... Huh? I'm not an issue. Like, you want to be with me or you don't. You're serious? Because, well, I've really been trying to keep it together this whole time. Ever since that night, it's been really difficult to get you off my mind. But does me saying that I want to keep it really not bother you? Because I don't want you to have to throw everything away if it's too much. I know what I'm ready to do to commit to our child, but what about you? I think you're a little crazy for saying that, yes, because I know what a lot of men can be like, and it's just so rare to see someone like you that would be willing to put in so much effort to being able to be raising a child with me. Especially even wanting to get a better job. It even makes me happier to hear because, I mean, that means I get to spend my time with you. I'll get to be with you and our child, which is what I really wanted. But I was too scared to try to tell you because I didn't want to chase you away by that kind of news itself. I wasn't even going to try to make you have to decide right away because, like, I know it's a big decision and I don't want to force anything on you that you don't want, which you can still say no to if you really need. But this is just my decision after I've slept on it for a few nights. Of course I really like you. Why? You'd still do that for me? Even after everything? Right. For us. You'd do it for us. And you're not just saying that because you really like goth nerds, right? Well, I'm glad that you're doing it for me. Because I'd want nothing more than to keep you by my side. To raise our child together. And to watch them grow up to be just like us. While still be good looking and precious as you've always have been.